Hey guys, welcome back. I just wanted to share something with you really quick and maybe possibly start a background in this journal. So this journal is a prayer journal. I've done some other things in here as well in practicing my art and creating things. Like this page is another page where I used a bunch of different images together and then used paint markers and gelatos and stuff to create one cohesive image. So I've left that in there. I haven't done anything else with it. It's just a reminder to me of like doing this and how much I enjoyed it. And it's very similar to this page as well, where I used a bunch of different images and things. You could see these are actually stickers up at the top. And then I also did it in this page as well. So that isn't exclusively what this album is, this art journal. This is a magazine, again, that I've used. I've put a cover on it, and, you know, you can see there's the back of the magazine. And put some other images and stuff in here. But I typically will just do some art in here, do some things with paint or magazine image, and then I will usually write prayers out in this one. So that's what I think I'm going to continue to use this for. But that being said, as I was creating, or as I was purging some of my collage images, because if I have too many collage images or too many things, it overwhelms me and then I don't use it, or I'm not inspired by those things, so I have to purge. And I do that every so often. So I've been purging my magazine images, and while I've been purging, I start to pick up on themes or colors or design elements. And I thought, well, I'll just start plopping them in here as a background, and then I can add onto it. So if I want to add paint onto it, if I want to add texture onto it, or images like of people or words, whatever, I can do that in here. But I'm basically building up the page because magazine pages tend to be very thin. Okay. So what I've done in this album already is I've gone through and glued some of the pages together. So they're thicker already. And then I've taken some pages out. So quite technically, I probably have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages left to put a background on, okay? This one I did sitting on the couch one night with just a bunch of random images. But to me, it feels like a cohesive story. But you can see this right here is an image. This right here, actually this is 3. There's an image underneath. There's this little one. There's this one. But I've collaged them together and it kind of feels like one. This is one image. This is an image. This big one. So this are one image. They came out of a magazine that way, so I liked them that way. And then I put on this green floral and this texture of a wall. So this is like, it's got some brick and some stone and some wood and then a wire door. And then I put this building here, and this building with the flower was an image, and then this was an image. And what I did when I put pages together is I look at color or design elements like lines, circles, if things feel cohesive to me. I wish there was a better way to explain it, but I will put those together. So in this instance, I liked this image right here. And there's a lot of green in it. There's a lot of pink in it, okay? Or there's some pink in it. You know, there's maybe a little bit of red right here. So it just reminded me of kind of like a rainy spring, early spring day. And then I wanted to add, because this page of the magazine had some red in it. Well, I left that there because if you look, there's some darker red in here. Okay. But then I added on I think this floral, and I just found some images that kind of felt cohesive with this. So I put it together. Okay. So this image is a lot of neutrals, tans, but it has the red in here. So the red flows from here to here and then here. This building is, you know, kind of represent or is similar to this, where they're both buildings. They're both kind of that concrete color. Then you have the green and red from here and here, green from here, and then over here. And then because I already have like a neutral brown and tan, I brought some of that over here. And then this lady as well kind of blend. So it feels like a very cohesive image. I have not done anything other than paste the images on here. I may or may not, have not decided yet, if I'm going to blend the colors together so it feels like one image instead of a bunch of random ones, or if I'm gonna let that be what it is and just write over it. Okay. So this page I did while I was purging some items out of my magazine on collage images. And I started pulling papers out that were pink or yellow or mauve, right? That tends to be, and then there's some neutrals in here. I always think pages in my journals, not always, but a lot of times I tend to have black or white as a neutral, or both. To me, it grounds the page and it gives it some more depth. But what I did was, while I was cleaning stuff out, I just had this open, and as I found papers that went together, I just glued them on here. In no particular order, in no particular way. Just whatever felt good for me. Okay, whatever felt comfortable. So you'll see there's a very like cohesive like mauve color, and these are all different images. This is a paper that I painted on. This is a paper I painted on. This is from like a journaling card. And what I tried to do too to make this page more cohesive is, if I did something over here, I tried to mirror it over here. So it kind of, it matched because there's some cohesive elements in both. Like there's paper, brown paper here, lined white paper here and here. Okay. This painted paper that I did that had the kind of yellow and orange and tan and light pink, there's that there, and the same type of page is here. Okay. So that's what I did. So why I'm telling you all of this is, while I'm going through my magazine images, this tends to work. It inspires me. It gives me inspiration for when I feel stuck. Okay. So as I was going through the magazine images, I started like seeing images that I'm like, ooh, there's something about that I like. And then it started becoming its own color story, or its own story in itself. So I'm going to show you just 4 of the examples that I have. So when I started going through my papers, I have them labeled, like I said, by color or by pattern, texture, theme, that kind of thing. So when I started doing this, I came across this page first, this one. And I liked the pink look of this building, the wear of it, and I liked the decor of it. So then I was like, ooh, I like that. Let me set that aside and see if I can get inspiration from that. So then I came across another paper that was like this. So this was from like a Daphne's Diary recipe book of some kind, but the pattern here, color kind of goes together. Okay. So I was like, okay, we'll put that together. Then I came across, and not in any particular order, I came across this piece. This is also from a Daphne's Diary. It's just part of a poem page. But again, these pinks and browns kind of mimic this color. So I put that together. Let me pull this out of the way. Okay. So I did that one. Then I came across the rest of that page. It was from an advertisement. So there's the whole page. And again, I don't know how much of this I will use when I use it for the completed page, but I just wanted to give myself the options in the moment. So again, I found another pink page that kind of went with it, and I like the organic shapes that kind of mirror some of the organic shapes on here. This page I picked for the fact that it has texture. Okay, so it has that half moon texture that kind of mimics what's here. Okay. I may use this, I may not. It's just white texture paste put through a stencil on a piece of watercolor paper. But I can tint this, I can paint over it, that kind of thing. I found a white and gold, or a pink and gold tissue paper that I thought maybe it would go with this. So I'm essentially building a vision board, okay, or a mood board of sorts for my art practice. Same thing here. This is probably an advertisement for this jewelry or something like that. But again, I liked the organic pink shape here. It kind of plays off some of these, but it's a different tone in the same family. Okay, so it's a different tone. This I included because, again, it's got a lot of those same tones, but it's a floral pattern. So while all of these are kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Less chaotic patterns. This amps it up a little bit because it gives more texture and pattern to the page along with this. Then I found this page, and I like the fact that it's got the pink background, but it says to pause and to breathe and to be. So this just felt like a good, calming, settling page. And the last thing was this little heart image that was on a quilt. So this is from a magazine, and I thought this would be cute here. So what I will do is I will keep these all together, and I'll clip them all together, and I have a bin right here that I can put all of these images in as a jump starter for when I'm kind of stuck or I want to work on something and I don't know where to take it. Okay, so that's one example. And there's a lot here. I might not use all of this. I might use some of it. I don't know, but at least I have it ready for a start. Okay. Then another one I came across was this one. This is dramatically different as far as color because it's bolder colors. I saw this and I don't know what this is from. It's a magazine page, but it's like a bunch of red rope and it's fraying and tearing, and then it says mind. Have you ever felt like your mind is a fraying rope that's about to break apart? I have, and I have been there this week. So this was like, okay, we're going to do something with this. So then I came across this giant piece of yellow paper. This was from a magazine again, and it looks like broken plates or something, like a bright yellow. Okay. And I was like, ooh, put those bright colors together. Like that to me just appealed. Then I found this that I took from a magazine cover, it looks like, and it's just talking about Clinique makeup, but it's a color palette. I can't think of what they're called, but and that goes with the reds and the pinks. Then I found this paper that, again, a magazine image paper that's got the red and the pink and the orange, a little bit of yellow. So I put that with it. Then I found this pink map paper, which gives it a pattern and a texture because of the lines and the pattern on the paper. I found this. I don't know. This is from an article of some kind, but junk DNA. It's just a play on words. Sometimes my DNA feels like junk. I don't know how else to explain it, but sometimes that works. And then I found this image of this lady, and the colors in the background of her kind of went together. It says, "You set it and forget it." It's an ad for, it looks like a Bendix washing machine. It's like a vintage looking one from a magazine. automatically gives you the time of your life. I don't know if it'll all go together. I don't know if I'll put all these together, but this is giving me a starting point for when I'm stuck and I need inspiration on what to make on my page. Okay. But it's putting it all in one place so I don't have to go digging for inspiration later. Sometimes I don't need story starters or art starts, as I guess I can call them. Sometimes I can dig through random things and put things together, and that works fine. Other times I do need it. So I just put it together. So that way I have it when I need it. This page started with, not this page, but this art started with this image. Okay. And it's just a lady doing some yoga by the beach, you know, looking like she's meditating. And something about that just felt like I need to journal about that somehow. So the next thing I found was often a lot of times when we meditate, if you're like me, your mind can't be quiet. It's very hard for me to just drop all the thoughts from my brain. So I found these. These were from an old book cover, and I just liked the texture. It looked like a windy day or a storm, like some rain. And so even though it's like a darker color, I put it with that. These trees I found, this is from a art ad that I got. And it has the blue trees, and it kind of matches the tone of the blue and the gray. Then this page, the texture of this is very, not like almost like a snakeskin, but the dots and of it kind of give me the texture that I like. It almost looks like maybe rain or something like that. And then this page, it brings in some of the green. From here, there's like little specks of green in the bottom. So it brings in the green, but it also has a bunch of writing and text on it. So like, you know, when your mind can't be still, it, you know, looks like a whiteboard full of just randomness, right? So I brought that together. Then I liked this image for the texture and the artwork on it. Again, don't know if I'll use it, but I am creating my own mood board. This, because we have trees here, I liked the green tree here with the neutral background, and obviously we have some green in this. Again, I don't know how I'll use this all together or if I will, but it gives me a starting point. It gives me a jumping off point. This is from a home decor magazine. It's just a picture of like the bottom piece of some artwork, but the lines in it remind me of the lines in the tree and this tree. You know, there you got lines of the ocean. So we're gonna put that in there. And then the last but not least is this page. This was from when I was tea dyeing something. It's just a white piece of copy paper, and I was tea dyeing something, but it made a really interesting effect on the page. So it almost looks like this texture right here, but it also has more of a fluid movement in here, and it's got some of that tan yellow color and some of this green gray color. So I thought that went perfectly with the whole thing. So again, I don't know yet how I'm going to use these, but it's allowing me to have inspiration when I need it or I'm stuck. So how many times can I say that, you guys? Do you think we could play a game out of that? How many times am I going to repeat myself? Oh, sometimes, you guys, I love coming on here and sharing with you, and other times I'm like, why am I still talking? Oh, last one. Okay, we're at 19 minutes. Okay, bear with me. This is the last one. All right, so this page is completely neutral. There's no story behind it except the colors. I liked this image, and it's part of a piece of art that I have in a book, and I just liked the way the artist I don't know if this is pencil or what, but I just liked the texture and the tone and the color. And then this is, again, from a home decor magazine. It's just some art on a wall, but it's like has a 3D texture to it. It's more of like a sculptural piece, and so I liked those together. Then I just found some more neutrals that are in that tan and brown and white family. This had the lines that are in here. Has some of the same color. I could pull in some of this pink if I wanted to. Let me hold it up so you can see it better. Okay, so I pulled that one out. Again, because we have the sculptural quality here, I saw this sculptural piece that I saved from magazine, and it's in that brown and tan color. Okay, and then this tree, I liked. It was a tan tree. It mimics kind of some of the floral botanical part of this page, and a map just for the texture of, you know, the circular, more fluid angles. They're not all straight edges like this or this. Like this is more circular, more fluid than a straight line. Then I included some more florals because, you know, why not? I love some good florals. So this is just a brown, again, from a home decor magazine, vase with some brown leaves on it, and another home decor magazine. It has a vase with some flowers on it, and again, that textured background. And then this I just threw in there as well. It kind of felt like the colors blended, and then you have the straight lines here, like in here. And then this is just a plain piece of brown. Looks like concrete. So again, not sure if I will use all of these at the same time or all together, but it just felt cohesive to me, and it felt like they wanted to be told as a story together. So anyways, what I will do is in the next videos coming up, I will kind of walk you through how I use one of these art starts that I've made and make a journal page with you. So that way you see how I use these and how they come together. Fair warning, it could be a long one. I will try not to keep it long, but it might be. So, and you never know. When I do art videos, where I do a process video with you guys, it gets real chatty. I get real chatty and say all kinds of weird things that I don't remember ever saying. But I wanted to come on and show these with you, share these with you, because I just had them sitting here as I was cleaning stuff out, and I thought, you know, I'm going to share these with people so that my the people that are subscribed, or if you knew and you found my channel today because of this, welcome. I hope you enjoyed. I just wanted to share that with you guys so you guys could get an idea of what you could do if you were creatively stuck. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or any comments, leave them in the comment section below. And I hope you all have an amazing weekend and have a great time and go do something creative. Bye.